they must take care never to be far from it, for fear of being devoured by wild beasts, or by the wilder Arabs. Anon. The History of Navigation, in a Collection of Voyages and Travels, 1704. 7. Fear not death. A young man is good constitution, who is bound on an enterprise sanctioned by experienced travellers, does not run very great risks. Let those who doubt refer to the history of the various expeditions encouraged by the Royal Geographical Society, and they will see how few deaths have occurred. Savages rarely murder newcomers. Francis Galton, The Art of Travel, 1855. 8. Pack sensibly for train journeys, and remember ladies need more time. Divide your luggage into packages, and attach to the inner side of the lid of each package a list of the various articles which such package contains. Then number each package, and finally make a memorandum of these lots, with their corresponding numbers, in your pocketbook. Label your luggage legibly and boldly. Observe also that the name of the place should be in larger letters than the name of the person, and however much this may offend our self-esteem, it must be borne in mind that in the hurry and bustle of departure, the destination is what is first required to be known, the owner being a secondary consideration. Be on time. Trains wait for no man, and should there be ladies in the case, it is absolutely necessary to allow a wider margin for the preparations for departure than is ordinarily assigned. The fair sex must complete their toilet to their entire satisfaction, whatever the consequences may be. It should also be remembered that they do not enter into the spirit of the straight-laced punctuality observed by the railway authorities, and if the timetable sets down the departure at 1:20, they instinctively read 1:45. Anon. The Railway Traveller's Handy Book, 1862. 9. Avoid hurrying and worrying. The American who visits Europe for the first time is apt to be in a hurry, and to endeavour to see too much. He will very likely return with a confused notion of his experiences, and will be obliged to refer to his notebook to know what he has done. Instances have occurred of tourists who could not tell whether St. Paul's Cathedral was in London or Rome, and who had a vague impression that the tomb of Napoleon was beneath the Arc de Triomphe. Do not disturb yourself with unpleasant thoughts of what may happen in the fog. Remember, rather, that of the thousands of voyages that have been made across the Atlantic, only a few dozens have been unfortunate, and of all the steamers that have ploughed these waters, only the President, City of Glasgow, Pacific, Tempest, United Kingdom, City of Boston, and Ismailia, 7 in all, are unheard from. The chances are thousands to 1 in your favour. In regions where there are highwaymen, facetiously termed road agents by the Californians, carry as little money as possible, and leave your valuable gold watch behind. Generally the first intimation of their presence is the profusion of several rifles or pistols into the windows of the coach, with a request, more or less polite, for you to hand over your valuables. When you have no alternative but to hand over, do so with alacrity, and lead your assailants to think it the happiest moment of your life. Thomas W. Knox. How to Travel. Hints, advice, and suggestions to travellers by land and sea all over the globe. 1881. 10. On trains, beware hats and ham sandwiches. Deerstalker caps are affected by many women in travelling, but suit very few. Avoid pastry as you would the plague. Sandwiches may be eaten, provided they are not of ham. Tea at the refreshment rooms of railway stations and on board steamboats is often a mere parody of the real article, a fearful decoction. Lilius Campbell Davidson. Hints to Lady Travellers, 1889. 1. Why do philosophers care about travel? The supreme moments of travel are born of beauty and strangeness. Robert Byron. First Russia, then Tibet. 1933. The train wasn't crowded, but its passengers were loud. 2 seats behind me, a couple were quarrelling over Trump and Hillary. 2 seats ahead, a couple were noisily engaging in a sex act. This prompted a hushed debate across the aisle. She has her face in his pants. Well, dear, all the more reason not to talk to her. The whispers dragged my gaze to the window again. It was early spring. ice breakup season in Alaska.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.